Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today I'm going to be using up leftover paint that I had from Tuesday's video. I was using unicorn spit for my colors and I had quite a bit left over. So I'm going to just do a couple of Dutch pours today. I'll probably do 2 with a variety of these colors and we'll see how they turn out. They were quite thick for my last video, so I ended up thinning them down with more water. All the colors are mixed with Floetrol and water. And I have blue, purple, magenta, and yellow. So I'll be using up some of those. And I have these nice 12-inch wood rounds. I really like using these. They're 1/4 inch thick, so they hold up really well. For the base coat, I also have white. This is just I'll link it in the description. I use this a lot and just make it different consistencies depending on what technique I'm doing, but it's Saks True Flow titanium white paint. Again, I just mix it with water and Floetrol to thin it down so that when I blow it with a hairdryer, it'll be thin enough to move. And then I just like to use a palette knife to spread my paint around, so I have that here too. And then I also have my hair dryer, which is just a Revlon travel dryer. Someone asked me in one of my last videos why I use this one, and I use it because of the attachment. For me, it directs the flow of air a little bit better, and so I like using this than just using the regular end. So I've seen some people, if they can't find one in stores with an attachment, they've just taped something on it to direct the airflow better, and that seems to work too. But this one, it was pretty cheap. I think the last time I looked it was like 12 bucks. Obviously I've used it quite a bit. I'm gonna have to get a new one soon, but it works well for me for what I want it to do. So I'm gonna start by putting my base coat down, and that's just the white paint. And I just find it easy to use the palette knife to spread the paint out, and then sometimes I also tilt to make sure that it's even. And then if you have areas that are bare, you can just add a little bit more paint if you need to. You can always torch at this point. There are a few air bubbles, but I'm just going to leave them. It doesn't bother me to have some air bubbles in there. So for this first one, I'm going to use the yellow and the pink magenta color. I think they look really nice together. I've used them before and it almost makes a slight orange once they're blended, but to me they always look really pretty. So we're just going to add some color down and then put our white on either side, and then we'll use the hairdryer. Very easy technique. So this, again, because I get questions, this has a high and low setting, and then it has a button that you hold if you want it cold. I never hold the button. I normally just turn it on the low setting unless the paint doesn't move at all, and then I will put it on high if I really need to. But 95% of the time I'm just using this on the low setting to move the paint around. Okay, so I'm not gonna blow too much more. I'm gonna take the camera down and show you, but I got some really nice cells in this. So I'm going to try the bloom technique again in another video, and I think thinning down my colors may help quite a bit with getting those cells that I was looking for. But I'm hoping that this will dry really nice. It looks really good, but I will take some pictures and get you some up close shots just in case it doesn't dry well. Okay, so I'm going to do a similar setup here. I've got my wood circle, and we're gonna add the white paint first for our base. And spread that out nice and evenly. Okay. So I'll use some of the pink and debate on where we're gonna put the color here. I like leaving some negative space in some of the pieces, so I do color on the bottom, and then when I blow it, I can kind of leave the space that I would like. It's a lot of color, but I think it'll be okay. So we'll do our white, and now we'll use the hairdryer. Okay, so I didn't leave a lot of negative space on this one, but I really like the way those colors moved. And again, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. This is selling up really nicely all along here. That looks beautiful. So even if it doesn't dry well, I like to take pictures while it's wet and just save those in case I want to use them as a digital file. But I will show you some pictures now, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be trying out some more bloom techniques in the future with some different supplies. I know there are a lot of different artists who are working on it and have shared their recipes, so I'm just going to try some different things out and see what I can come up with. But I hope you guys enjoyed and have an awesome weekend.